have been reviewing products, and this time we have another subscription review for you. So we just did one for a subscription to a game, the Murder Mystery Box. If you haven't seen that, check it out. It was really fun. But this one isn't a game that's coming to our house each month. What do we have, Tiffany?
We have razors. So I ordered the Dollar Shave Club. And as far as I can remember, like the first like, oh wow, you get those things delivered was like Harry's shaving or whatever. So like sending razors to your house so you don't have to go get them.
Right, it's for these men, hey, let's keep you clean shaven, a nice fresh razor. So that's been the push.
Right, guys don't like to go out to stores to buy, so just click online and we'll send it to you. Totally get it.
Yeah.
My husband's a lazy shaver too.
As in he doesn't do it.
Exactly. And then he's got a beard. But I noticed that when they come up on my Facebook advertisements, that there's been like women reviewing it. And they're like, this isn't just for men, ladies. And they've been trying to push it towards women. So I was like, well, that's interesting because these ladies either love it or hate it. They'll say that it didn't do a very good job, it didn't last long, they got razor burn afterwards, it just wasn't as close of a shave, like, or, oh my goodness, it was beautiful, it took all the thick hair away, oh, I have such a silky legs afterwards. Like, literally, they're bipolar comments that I'm like, there's nothing in the middle. What is this thing? Right. So, we're going to test the Man's Dollar Shave Club against
Venus razor.
Right, the woman of all women razors.
I'm telling you, like, if you're a woman and you haven't used the Venus razor, then, I mean, do you even shave? Like, I don't understand.
Right. Sometimes it's like when I have to go to a cheap razor, then I finally go back to a Venus, I'm like, oh, like it's a Venus razor, hands down, is my favorite razor to use.
Mine too, and I love that you can buy like the little replacement pack razors in bulk at Sam's Club and Costco. There's lots of good stuff there too. So if I can just totally like keep stocked, I just keep my nice handle and then get my replacement blade, and I can have like 30 at once. It'll cover me for over a year. I mean, like, I'm good. What's the big deal with this Dollar Shave Club? Is it something I need? Is it something you need? We're gonna find out.
We're gonna find out. So, comes in, little nifty packet. And this is definitely a man's razor. It is heavy, feel that.
Oh yeah, it's got some girth to it.
Yeah, it's really weird.
Whereas like the Venus is really light.
It is really light, but it's really funny how much like thicker it is.
And I know like with the Venus handle, when that was kind of like the new product coming out, that because it's prepared to be like a leg shaver, so the angle you're holding this razor at is different proportions. So they purposely engineered this, I would say, to like shaving legs.
Yep, for that motion.
Yeah, instead of like your
little itty bitty.
Yeah, because this, I mean, sure you can. It's just a different shape. I say longer. It feels longer, but I guess it's not. It actually is a little shorter.
It's a little shorter, but it bumps out a lot further.
Right, we've got this like extra spot up here.
Nice little curve in so that you go flat. Anyways, we're gonna try that. You'll see all that in action, I promise. This is the intro. So this one was just $5 to start, but it's like 20 bucks a month after this. So your Dollar Shave Club is gonna cost you dollars. So then it comes with a little cartridge, and this one only has 2 blades in it because it's for 2 weeks. So they expect you to change out your blade every 2 weeks. They expect their blade to dull.
1 week.
Sorry. They expect their blade to dull every week. Yes. Now on a man's face, I can see that. If you're shaving your 5 o'clock shadow every day, I don't.
Like, dude, what kind of course?
Right? I was like, oh, and even like day 2, like there's not as much. I don't know. So that already makes me wonder, is this worth for a woman if you're getting that many razors? Because like we said, these 30 little packets will last us over a year.
Right.
Like 1 a month is all I need.
Yeah, I'm good.
So, man, I'm violent today. Just snaps right in, just like the Venus razor.
All right, so if you haven't seen a Venus, we're gonna show you like apples to apples as in brand new. I mean, that's brand new. And so we just snap it right in.
There we go.
There you go. So they're both fresh blades. We're not biasing one to the other. We want this to be fair. And this isn't even a fancy Venus because you've got all sorts of like different models of razor blades.
Right, that's their generic.
Yeah, the most standard blade you can get right here.
Right, this one does it a little bit too. Boop, boop. All right, this one's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blades on this sucker.
Just 3.
7.
Right, so is that going to give us a better shape because it's got a lot more razors going on it? So hey, I mean, that's pretty impressive.
Right?
You're down.
There's like, well, no, I was like, there's like spaces between these blades.
Yeah.
So I can see light coming through. There's no light coming through on these blades. They're stacked right on top
They're
of
really
each other.
tight. Yeah, that's a tight stack.
So, because I was like, their heads aren't very different in
no,
size.
and even like the amount of space those blades take up is, I would say, pretty close.
Yeah. All right, so they cram 7 sharp little blades. No, like new razors are nerve-wracking sometimes.
I know. It's like, don't slice myself apart. And I rarely ever slice myself with a Venus, which is another huge bonus. So if that thing starts cutting me, it's like, oh no thanks.
Right.
Mm-mm.
All right, but this is not the only thing that they say is worth your money.
Okay, so it's more than the razor.
Right, so you start with a prep scrub. All right, so you exfoliate the area. So men are going to exfoliate their face. We're going to exfoliate our legs and our armpits.
Alrighty.
Because they're selling this to women and that's where we shave, right?
Yeah, if I'm shaving and I'm going under my armpit, like,
Mm-hmm.
all right, so I have another step. If I'm showering and shaving, all right, I gotta exfoliate. What's next?
All right, next is the shave butter. So what you use to shave with. At home, I just use conditioner on my legs. Somebody told me that was like the cheapest, easiest thing that they do, even like VO5, 99¢. And I love it. It's so nice and it leaves my legs so soft. That's what I go with. So this has shave butter.
There you go.
But you're not done.
Nope.
Because then afterwards, because it's on the guy's face, now we're going to put it on our legs and our pits. Now you get the post-shave dew, because men don't use lotion. So it's going to be a dew.
Oh my goodness. Oh goodness.
So then we get to lotion afterwards. So we're going to
Am I gonna lotion my armpit? All right.
Have you ever lotioned your armpit?
Okay, we've got questions about this product. Is this realistic? Because that was a lot of steps for shaving.
And then like in the shower with the water dripping on you, how's that going to work?
I don't know.
I don't know. Are you guys ready to see? Because we're actually going to take you in the shower with us.
Let's go find out if this product, what that looks like for real,
is going to happen.
Yeah, because I'm not sold yet. Okay, let's see what it does.
Right. All right. Let's go get in the shower. The scrub smells like a man. Did you notice that?
Oh yeah.
Definitely smells like cologne man smell. So,
I'm not sure how that marketing is going well for women.
right, like I have a hard time, like my whole legs smell like that. And then whatever lotion I put on after that, because it is a very strong smell, it's gonna just compete with the masculine smell. So, don't really care for that. The shave butter wasn't as thick as I thought it was gonna be to be called a butter. So us ladies who use body butter and things like that, that stuff is like thick. This is just like, it's like a lotion. It's weird. Okay. So it
wasn't anything thick. I never would have thought butter when I used it.
No. But this one I didn't think had a smell. Not really. At least nothing compared to that one. Even my hands smell like that now. That makes me kind of sad. And then the dew is super liquidy. Now I would say that it did absorb really well into my legs. Okay. So, but I didn't put a ton on either. Cause like, is this just supposed to last me 2 weeks? Cause if this is supposed to last me 2 weeks, I did not use enough. Like, cause I didn't use a lot. So right now my weigh-in is right afterwards. They felt very similar. Mm-hmm. So let's go home and give it a couple days and see if there's a difference.
Can we tell? That's the question. Is it worth it? Can you tell? Do you spend the money on the subscription? So let's see what we think in just a second. So which one? Was it the razor from Venus or the new Dollar Shave Club razor system that we're marketing towards women?
Right. So I have to say, like, I went home and I was like, okay, honey, which one? And I never added lotion to the Venus leg. Like,
okay, you just left it the way it was.
I just left it the way it was. And it was this funny, like, 10-minute experiment of what leg is smoother.
If it takes 10 minutes, I'm going to say that that's inconclusive, okay?
Right? I know. He was like, I think maybe this one, which was the Dollar Shave one. And then 2 days later, when we relived the process, he was like, they both feel the same. Maybe this one still, which was the other leg.
The other leg.
So, and that was after I lotioned them both. Okay. So, I would have to say for the legs, the Dollar Shave is just as good as the Venus razors.
There you go.
But I don't know if I would jump ship and leave Venus razor and do the whole ensemble.
Right? It's a process.
It is a process. I'll finish using it because it was a good razor. I did like it, but I don't think it was, for me and my legs, it wasn't any better than the Venus razor that I already used. So I'm not gonna spend more money and have a bigger process for the same experience.
There you go. Okay, so my little underarm experience. So the process is not my favorite process. And I will say the next day, like, so obviously I wasn't investigating my armpits all day. The next day in the shower, just like, okay, which one is it? Like, I could already see stubble. Like, sure there was stubble on both sides, but like, it was for real. The Dollar Shave Club, I could be like, oh, that's darker than the other side. I was like, oh, and by like day 2 for sure I was like, do I have like razor burn? Like,
oh, you got razor burn?
It was weird. I really wonder if it was just the exfoliating. That's not something I ever do under my arm, so it's probably just more of an adjutant for the first time doing it. If this was something more of a long term, I want to invest in this product, maybe it'd go away, but it makes me nervous.
Right? So yeah,
so I'm like, no, I'm good. And again, my Venus side's all like rocking it, looking good. I was like, then why switch? Like, to me, if you have something that works in your system and it's not too much extra work, like shaving armpit, whatever, you just done. But to like add exfoliation and a special thing and then like to lotion, no, that's so never happening in real life. Right, I don't care how big my shower is, those things aren't happening.
Right, you don't lotion your pits?
No, I don't. Maybe that's what I've been doing wrong all these years. Well, because, I'm showing those babies off
all the time.
Right? Like, never, okay? Swimsuit season?
Like, swimsuit season will be upon us, so, sometimes you want to make sure you are getting the closest and the best shape or whatever.
Look at that.
Yep. And I did like it, but I didn't love it more than my Venus razor for the process that it was. The Venus does just as great in less amount of time.
You know what? I am all about the time.
Right.
And if I don't have to spend 2 more steps in this process, it's not happening. And the cost factor of like keeping a membership going to get my fresh
$20
razors.
a month, and you can go to Costco and buy a big thing of Venus razors for $30 and it's good for a year.
A year at least. So yeah, I'm gonna go with, I vote Venus. Sorry, Dollar Shave Club, you weren't the pits me out for me, okay?
Right, I vote Venus too. There wasn't much of a difference, and the Venus razor is just easier to use.
It really is.
It's a simpler process, and we all know that I'm lazy and simple and like to just get the job done, and it still feels really good.
Right, you let us know if you have a different razor you love, or if you've bought into Dollar Shave Club and it's the best thing ever. But if not, go ahead and give us other suggestions that you'd like us to review, because we're here for you guys. We want to give you products that you don't have to test first. We'll test it for you and give you some good reviews.
So like and subscribe and leave a comment.